that was Marx's like end goal, was that eventually the world is going to surpass the need for capitalism, because capitalism has its faults, and communism, like as an idea, it would work perfectly, but in the real world, it's a lot harder.
I think we disagree slightly on this too, because I don't think I would call Marx a utopian communist. Like, I think what you're saying, because I would call like Robert Owen or B.F. Skinner, they're utopian socialists. But so, Karl Marx knew that violence and revolution, and he just thought communism was the end goal, but he knew that there was going to have to be a dictatorship through intoleration. You know, he knew that.
Yes. Okay, I'll give you that. Yes, but I think what the inherent idea of communism is that it is going to be a utopia eventually. Not that it is like the act of getting to that utopia is going to be utopia, but like it is going to have to be violent. And I think we agree in that sense, but I think I worded it weird, and I think I am still wording it weird. But I think, what was that?
I was just gonna say it's a hard thing to. Once we start talking about these levels of almost economic systems, it's hard to talk about them because a lot of them don't exist. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have an example of communism in our society.
The only example we have is, I think that's a thing too. I think communism, we have a definition for communism now, but socialism has a vast array of, like, it's like a ruler almost, you know. You can go anywhere on that ruler and be a different type of socialism, because it's the people who create it. Is because you would say Canada, the Scandinavian countries are the most socialist today to an extent, and it's mainly because of three different things: universal healthcare, some sort of benefit if you're unemployed but looking for work, and then worker-owned companies. So you would say those three things are what we consider socialist today's time, which aren't very radical. And I think that's kind of what Bernie Sanders is. And again, part of the reason Bernie Sanders could never win is because he called himself a democratic socialist. If he would have just said, I'm a social democrat, I am a Democrat, I am not in favor of getting rid of the free market, I'm in favor of people having more than people having nothing. He didn't even talk about getting rid of billionaires or anything. What he was saying wasn't that radical for today's time. You know,
it was like moderate European politics.
That's what I'm saying. The problem is you don't have people like Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos in Europe. You have like the Rockefellers and people that we don't really talk about who are like really rich, you know, Rothschilds especially.
Those guys, I think the reason that we think that they're really rich is because they're more politically active.
Yeah.
There's like the new rich of like tech billionaires and stuff where you talk about like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and stuff. And like those guys, they've gotten rich recently, so they don't have like the old connected money that those guys do. So I think that's just the difference. But yes, even though